Hello and welcome back to You Super Lucky's Tale with me, Matthew Caddies, aka Poogie. And don't give me reminders of Crash Bandicoot. Seriously, even if you're referencing Talking Heads, the first thing I can think of when it comes to platforming and the words Road to Nowhere is not David Byrne, but Crash Bandicoot. Thankfully, this is not nearly as bad as the aforementioned Crash level. And to be honest, the High Road was worse, to be honest, than Road to Nowhere in Crash Bandicoot. Anyway, that being said, this is another gauntlet we have to run. And chip speaking in binary, actually it's probably one of the funniest things in the game, even if it is in the post game, but I don't give a damn. So, basically with Lucky here, this is a test of his platforming skills. So yeah, if he hits those things, he will not be able to climb up naturally. Only one side has the, I don't know why I'm going for the coins. I think it's just my inclination after going through much of the game, having to get 300 of them in each level. That being a thing. Serious, and it's very easy to do. It's not like with some of the, well, I dare say, some of the 3D Mario games, for example. Seriously. Anyway, you can see over there, there's some conveyor belts over the other side, so I'm guessing we're taking that. No, doesn't look like it. It looks like you could. It honestly looks like you could. There might be the space or something below there, but no, apparently not. So yeah. This is going to be a slightly longer episode because although it might not be by the time it's edited and everything because of that. So where do we go with that? Actually, there is a way we can go under there. Okay, I didn't think there was. Like with various other conveyor belt style stages in platformers, you can see that some of them work against you. Some of them even flip. Seriously, maybe. Which honestly does remind me of, well, maybe not the flipping thing, because that was with the springs and turtle shells in Crash Bandicoot 3. So, I don't know really, but yeah. I keep losing my lives. What the hell? Yeah, as I say, the Foxington level, especially and including Chips levels, I mean, I will be covering not just Chips levels, but also one from the Penultimate Warrior, actually. And I'll get to his stages in a moment, but first, I have to get past this bit. Here, then, we're back. So, we can see also there are a couple of springs. Okay, well, I may well use them to get further up. Okay, all that's up here is another jewel. Yay. I mean, yeah, it's worth it if you... I mean, what do you get with your coins here? I suppose more to spend at, what's his name now? I don't remember. Giovanni! That rock golem who sells clothing for you. So yes, if you're into that sort of thing, yeah. I don't know, I'm more into, like, if we're going by, like, DLC in modern gaming, I don't like just cosmetic changes. I think I already mentioned that when I covered, like, Marvel Spider-Man on the PS4. But, yeah. The actual thing is Marvel Spider-Man. I'll just refer to it as Spider-Man, even though there are a lot of Spider-Man games, including the brilliant Activision game from, like, 2000 on the PS1. But, yeah. Okay, so we've made it up there. And bounce up that way. What's over there, then? Looks like a bucket. Okay, that's weird in a strange cyberspace and giant tiger. Why not? Or was it the Black Panther? I can't tell from there. No, seriously. You're already getting in trouble there. What's it now? Playful Studios for actually borrowing from the from the PlayStation, should I say. Don't go borrowing from Marvel as well. Especially since they're owned by Disney, for goodness sake. It's Marvel Studios is, I don't know about the comics. But yeah, I think they are actually, which does not bode well. Okay, so that being said, let's go over to the left here, and what's this one? I don't something. I don't talk. The only thing about me is the way I walk. Are we getting a Genesis reference? And yes, I mean the band with Phil Collins in it, not the, no, I ain't afraid of no ghosts, so... Ghostbusters reference. Well, if you're going to borrow from anything from the 80s, I'm glad they did borrow from Ghostbusters. Anyway, that being said, this time we are, pulling what happened in the desert in Ocarina of Time, basically. Except it's that for the whole level. So yeah, and thankfully we don't need to use the lens of truth here, but we still need to follow her. And some of these platforming is downright horrendous, if you ask me. Seriously, I mean, the clown levels in the original Pac-Man world were annoying, but this is actually worse because the platforms actually disappear. And with how Lucky's momentum goes in this game, well, you are going to suffer quite a bit here. Seriously, and unlike in Pac-Man World Repack, there is no easy mode. Seriously, those things disappear quicker than the clown platforms in the original Pac-Man World on the PS1, seriously. You need to be quick here, which I'm not. And unlike before, when you fall off, you actually do lose a life. No losing health here, apparently. You actually die. Seriously. In previous worlds when we fell off something, we would just lose a heart. So yeah, think of this like... Well, I can't say if it's like the Grandmaster Galaxy in Super Mario Galaxy 2, I think. But yeah, and all TV. Love it! Love it, actually. Seriously. Given that I was born in the 80s and had one of those TVs, yeah, big thing there. So, let's go through here, and let's double jump. Yay, yay, yay. And get to the other side, and there we go. Double jump at blah, blah, blah. Shall I dig? Dig? Yep, I think I will, and I'm getting my ass kicked. I'm getting my bloody ass kicked because, yay. And then, that's gonna be tough. And then head to the left, over these fire bars. Yeah, well that's definitely an 80s reference, because we're referencing Super Mario Brothers. Seriously. And yes, I'm looking forward to the film now, especially with the emergence of the plumbing ad. You know which one I mean. The one that references the Super Show. And what the hell with that? Seriously, I jumped into the platformer there. I'm not gonna say anything more than that. Okay, where do I continue from? Let's see. Do I start from the very beginning? Indeed I do, which is a pain in the ass. So we have these spinny platforms, which obviously remind me of Crash 1. And did I see the Splash Wave logo from another thing from the 80s, namely Outrun? Yeah, we're referencing an 80s arcade game here as well. That one was from 1986, I know that, because they actually had it in the local arcade. It used to be here. Not far from where... Okay, so there is actually a checkpoint here, which is good. But, yeah, getting across here is a pain in the ass, though. Seriously, it is. And you can't always tell where they are. I know I gave this reference to, not Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time, with the usage of the, thing. But even there, you could see the invisible platforms with the Lens of Truth. Not so here in New Super Lucky's Tale, seriously. You can actually jump onto these invisible yellow platforms before they appear in some cases, which makes the whole thing really confusing to me, seriously. But anyway, that being said, we finally made it at least, and we didn't have to use up any magic, at least, unlike in Ocarina of Time. Then again, this isn't like an action-adventure game like Ocarina of Time. It is actually a platformer. So yeah, so that doesn't really gel, does it? So, then we have one more, I think it's a 2D level with Chip And that one requires to test our ability to use ladders. Yes, that is a thing here. So, yeah, let's go. Have I bounced up there? Let's see. There's that. Oh, Portal Master Pete. Okay. And then there's the next level. Step by step. Okay, that isn't a reference to any game like that, is it, really? No. So, don't know what's going on there, but, okay, you had a bunch of monsters. So, that being said, yeah, this one's very annoying, because it requires us to use the ladders here. And it reminds me of those annoying stages in Sonic Colors where you have to bounce on the thing. The only difference is you don't have to worry about bouncing up and down, etc., etc. So yeah, that's the main difference here. But other than that, yeah. And I do like how retro the checkpoints look. That's one thing I will give you Super Lucky's Tale for Foxington. Certainly how colourful the 80s-esque stages are. I think we'll also get a bird here. Dolphins, yeah. And that's the other thing that reminded me of the 90s. Seriously, Echo the Dolphin. Seriously. A game on the Sega Mega Drive, which honestly was quite revolutionary back in like 1993, 1994, and everything, but I don't know. This thing's swinging left and right, and so I want to grab it before I die. Seriously. And then more of these. Yay. Other than that, I want to get over there and die as well. Yes, that's going to be a thing, isn't it? A big thing, because I suck. Other than that, I don't know. Maybe I'll double jump here and get to that platform on the right. Hopefully get some more things there. If that works. I don't want to grab... Does that look like a boombox? Again? I don't know if that were 80s or 90s, man. Seriously. Boomboxes were really popular in the 90s, I know that. The whole thing there. What next? A brick mobile phone or something? Seriously. Okay, there's the aforementioned eagle thingy from that's randomly mentioned in Andy's review of this game, but never mind that. This bit is what killed me the most. The ladders going into the spikes. Yay, not fun. And by staying on the spikes, it is not a good idea. Let's just put it that way. And it just fell off! Seriously, I'm not allowed to do a double jump now? Beyond there? Well, we have this bit with the spinny ship. Seriously. And it's very hard to move Lucky along here as well. Seriously. More spinny stuff here as well. And this thing's moving up and down like crazy. So I don't want Lucky to get impaled on the spikes there. Seriously. So other than that, yeah. And floaty blocks, of course. They can hurt you as well. Of course they can. What do you think this is? Easy Street? No, it is not. Oh, that being said, I did hit a checkpoint, so let's see. Okay, yeah. This really pissed me off as well, if you can't tell. And I like how the eagle thingy just minimizes like on Windows or something, and what the hell? Yeah, I'm just gonna keep taking damage here, aren't I? And yeah, I was very close to the end here. This is actually near the end of the level, seriously. We have one last really annoying bit, and I bet the only time I took damage was at the end, which I'll take. I'll definitely take, because yeah, that one was a pain in the ass, man. I absolutely hate that level. Especially that last bit. the only thing is we don't have to deal with the bounce mechanics from those stupid levels in Sonic Colors. Seriously, those are the bane of my existence. Whoever thought that were a good idea should, well, try going for a different game company. Seriously, not fitted to Sonic either. But that being said, Step by Step is done. I don't know if I've done... In fact, yeah, I've done all of Chip's levels. Once one of the Guardians does, you get a trophy. Not like the thing, and we also get weirdly enough, a ghillie, that's what the name of those fish is, by the way, playing the saxophone, which honestly is the most random thing in Foxington. Seriously, and he does it every time you get a trophy here. No, the trophies are not like a thing. I'm not going to do Annalid's levels just yet because, well, you'll see in the next episode why. All I'm going to say is, if you thought Tessie's levels were tough, then you don't want to do Annalid's levels. No. So, that being said, I'm actually going to do one of the Penultimate Warriors ones. You know, the giant Yeti guy from, dare I say, the Restful Retreat. So let's see what we can do. And yes, you can do them in any order. You don't have to do them like one out in any thing. That's one of the beauties about this area of Foxington. Just wish it were bigger, to be honest. Especially given how it appears in the cutscenes, what little cutscenes you do have here. So yeah. And Giovanni is here as well. Is that a chili dog? Yeah, I think Sonic would bite the living hell out of that thing. Seriously. And well, you know, Lucky actually gets some 80s wear, including seemingly a maxi mullet. Seriously. Kudos to you, Playful Studios. I think I'll stick with the thing. I'm not sure if I want Lucky to have a mullet. So yeah, I'll keep the outfit though. That does look very colourful on him. Even if he isn't something from the 80s. But it does remind me of another character from the 80s though, Alex Kidd. He doesn't play rock, paper, scissors though. Just stupid of me. And was there actually fog there? Okay, fair enough. So, let's see. Basically with the Penultimate Warrior, you actually face bosses again. So yeah, this is like a boss... No, not really a boss rush, but something akin to that. Harder versions of bosses, basically. So, first up, we will face an old duo that we've seen quite a bit of, even in some other worlds. Yep, it's both Buttons and Fluffenstuff. And this time, Fluffenstuff has eaten a metal mushroom. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say here. Not metal mushroom, but metal cap or something from Super Mario 64. That's what I'm going with, and that's what I'm staying with here. So yeah, the random bucket will appear, because, yeah. And this time, the flames crisscross. Other than that, nothing too tough, I suppose. Just be wary of Fluffenstuff's attacks. That's all I'm going to say here. So yeah, and then more bombs, which you fling back at Buttons and Fluffenstuff. The bombs themselves, if you're not careful, actually take out the platforms. So yeah, I also like that on their ship they have some like watermelons. Seriously, which is a nice reference to the level they were in on Gilly Island. Seriously, if anything, I think Fluffenstuff is a bit heavier now that it's made of metal. Seriously. But other than that, yeah. I think the older boss I do know of is Sweet Petunia. Yes, we will see her again. Which was, of course, Tessie's machine. So, yeah. I think you can still get hearts back from those flying cat enemies. But I'm not sure, that's the problem. Okay, and then here come the Bob-omb rip-offs. Okay, I think Fluffenstuff, not just Fluffenstuff, but also, let's face it, Buttons is actually a thing. Okay, you do actually still get hearts back! I wasn't sure if you would, because this is the post game. Normally, video game companies would make this a lot harder for anyone, especially since this was DLC, remember, on the Xbox One. Not so with the new version on the Switch, and also, I guess, also the PS4. Now we get, I don't know if it's spelling out something like Lucky Sucks or anything like that. Yeah, that was weird. Very random, but probably part of the cost for the kitty litter. Now we're not given much room to maneuver here either. Here come the Bob-omb riff-offs again. And there we go. And did I take him out? Yeah, I did. And like before, both Metal Fluffenstuff and Buttons sync with their ship. Yay. Thanks, mate, I guess. Why do I hear Dwayne The Rock Johnson coming out of his voice? Seriously? But that's what I hear, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Anyway, I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye!